I've actually been using Cengage textbooks for many, many years, and had an opportunity a couple of years ago to also start integrating MindTap into some of my courses. I'm a lecturer at the University of Johannesburg, and so my responsibilities include developing courses, facilitating them, making sure the curriculum is aligned to deliver on the teaching outcomes that are necessary. And I think increasingly making sure that there's a continuous assessment focus in getting our students to achieve these learning outcomes. I think the last couple of years with COVID have certainly increased the pace of a lot of these things. But in my context, the university actually started rolling out a couple of fully online degrees, and that was the perfect opportunity because we do have an agreement with our students on those degrees that they must purchase the textbooks. And so I knew that this was a good opportunity to have integrated assessments and to really use some of this really good built-in functionality to its full extent for the first time. So I think definitely the content leads in this regard. So I was actually using a textbook called Understanding Management, and in particular I teach business management as a service subject. I think it's often the context. So we're trying to create this insight into the world of business for our students that are studying many other degrees. In particular for my students, they are pursuing careers as chartered accountants. So they're very focused, of course, on every subject that has anything to do with accountancy. But I know from the institute that they need to be certified with how important it is for them to have a deep insight into the world of business. So I was looking for a resource that would help them make a personal connection as adult learners with this content. And so in searching for new textbooks and not just looking for, another way to introduce them to planning, organizing, leading, controlling, I really liked the Understanding Management text because it had a lot of those connections. So here's the theory, here's how it works for an organization, here's how you can connect this to your own planning, for example, or understanding leadership for yourself, understanding yourself. So I liked a lot of the approach in the textbook, and when I had the opportunity to take the course online, it was just a very natural thing for me that I would use the built-in resources. So I think the content leads, if I can put it that way, the quality and the approach is what drew me to the textbook. I had to develop another course subsequently, which is sort of a brief overview of different functional departments in a business. And that I think is also it's a whirlwind tour of what students could come across, and just how does the accounting function work, and marketing, and whatever the other departments could be. And for that, I actually found one of your I think it's the 4-letter press. So I use the BUSN 11. I know they update it very frequently, but I use that one. I felt that it was a really nice way for students to appropriately dip their toes into understanding each of those different functions in the business from a business management perspective.